Hi, Myrna here from Doing Life Differently, and recently I held a workshop on taking your business to the next level, and I just wanted to share with those of you who were unable to attend what we covered in that workshop. So, how do you take your business to the next level? And what is the next level for you? It's different for each and every one of us, and how we do it is different too. But the very basics, the foundation I want to talk about. How do you set yourself up to know what the next level is, or where you want to go and the actions you have to take to get to the next level? Because we're all inspired by different things. You know, our products are different, and we have chosen our particular party plan, direct sales, network marketing business because there was something about it that resonated with us, whether it's a particular product that we like, or the structure, or maybe even the compensation plan that's got us interested. We're all inspired by different things. So how do you, and the next level in your business usually involves recruiting or sponsoring, or whatever you want to call it, your more people. So how do you inspire others? What motivates others to join you? So this is a tricky thing, because exactly, how do you inspire someone else to join you? Their reason for joining isn't going to be anything like your reason for joining, or is it? So there's a couple of topics that I've really wanted to I wanted to touch on in this workshop, and these are the three that I wanted to talk about. Was the employee and entrepreneur mindsets. What's that, and how do you transition from one to another? And passion. Why is it that you do what you do? And also how to set an intention for the upcoming year, and how to help you take your business to the next level. So first off, I just wanted to share that my history has been in working with people from disadvantaged backgrounds and helping them transition from one spot to another, or more particularly helping them create the goals and the pathways to transition from one to the other. Sometimes they did, sometimes they didn't. And that was a very hard thing to learn, that sometimes even though you have a plan set out, that other people won't follow it. It's up to them to, something in my eye. So the idea is, even though you may have a plan, it's up to each individual person to work out why they want to follow it. And that was a hard lesson for me to learn, because I'm kind of like this: if that's what the problem is, then that's the solution. We do this, this, and this. But not everyone's like that, apparently. So that has been my background in helping people transition from one spot to another. My network marketing and direct sales background has been in that I have failed very well in at least 7 that I can think of direct sales party plan ventures. And for a long time it was, sorry. So yes, I have failed very well in at least 7 direct sales party plan kinds of ventures. And for a long time there, I was very cynical and negative about that, blaming the actual product and the company, until one day it occurred to me that if these products and companies were so bad, how come they've been going for 50, 30, whatever years? So the common factor amongst myself and all of these companies that I've joined is me, which was a bit of a slap in the face. It was like, well, why haven't you been successful in these businesses? And that's when it occurred to me that I haven't been passionate about them. I haven't had a big enough reason to want to do them. I've always been working, and so I've had this safety net thing happening. I didn't need the money, but I wanted something. There was something about them that inspired me to take them up. So what's your reason for doing what you do? Are you really clear on what that reason is? And is it big enough to motivate you to do the things that you perhaps don't want to do? Okay, so that brings me to the difference between, entrepreneur mindset and employee mindset. When you're an employee, you're bound by guidelines and rules, and you have a job description, and you have, things that you can and can't do. Or a level of decision-making expertise, and before you can make that next decision, you have to get it run by someone. Okay, so you're in a way, you're restricted by what you can and can't do. And you're probably taught maybe not to think outside the box. You're taught to do just what you're told to do. So to move from there to an entrepreneur is difficult for some. It was for me anyway, because it took me a long time to realise that this is a business that I'm responsible for. The results are obviously because of what I do or don't do. So have a think about your mindset and where you're at. I have a quiz that I can give to you if you inbox me or message me, and it just gives you a guideline for like how you think, how entrepreneurial you are, and it may give you also the areas that you can develop in. Okay, so passion, and that helps you then discover why you're doing what you're doing. What is passion for something? How do you? I've just got notes here because I tend to go off track occasionally. So I've talked about that. What is passion? How do you know that what you're doing is something that you're really, really passionate about? That's simple. To me, it's very, very simple. If all you think about, when you have a relationship or you first you meet the person of your dreams, and everything you do revolves around them. The clothes you wear, is this sexy enough? Is this, nice enough? Is this going to be appropriate for where we're going? So you're thinking about them all the time. You go to sleep at night and they're the last person on your mind. You wake up in the morning and they're the person that you call first up. It's a passion. It's all that you do. You plan your day around them. You plan your weekends around them. And if anyone asks you, can you do this? You say, I have to check with, the passion object. So that is passion. That planning and thinking, and all you can think about is them. So is your business all you can think about? Or more particularly, whenever anyone has a problem, is a solution to do with your business? Can you somehow bring it back to your business? If someone's sitting around feeling depressed and miserable, is your solution to, offer them jewelry, or offer them a makeover, or offer them a massage, or offer them, these great cleaning products? Can you entwine your business into whatever anyone's problem is? Because someone who's passionate about it can. It's really wonderful to watch. I have seen several direct sales party planner people do, whenever you're talking to them, it doesn't matter what you're talking about, it always comes back to their product. And it can be frustrating, but it's also showed me that when people are passionate about something, it is a solution to everything. And that is what shines through. That is what attracts people to wanting to work with you, or to even have a party for you, or to promote your product, is having a passion about something and being very confident in it. So that touches on passion, and there's ways to develop that. There's lots of things you can explore to decide whether or not what you're doing is something you're passionate about, and having a big enough reason to want to do it. So that brings me, and that also covers like, why are you in business? And I don't just mean because you need a couple of $100 extra, or you need, to get out of the house or whatever. Why are you doing your business? And not just because you like the product either, or the compensation plan. What is it that motivates you? Because what's the point in earning $20,000 a month and not having time to actually go and spend it? Or being restricted on what you can spend it on, I guess. So that brings me to taking your business to the next level. What motivates you to want to take your business to the next level? Have you got the drive and the passion to do that? And if you do, how do you do that? Well, for me, again, it's quite simple. You set an intention. For a long time, I've wandered around wanting to do things, and looking at how other people have been doing it and wondering why I haven't been moving forward. And it's because I didn't have that intention. I didn't know, not the steps to take. I didn't know the steps to take either, but it doesn't matter what the steps are, because when you have the right mindset, then the path appears, basically. Because if you're thinking like a business person and like an entrepreneur, then the opportunities arise and you're in tune to them. This is why you need to have a vision, so that when the opportunity arises, you recognize it. Okay, there's no point in not knowing what your dream house looks like, because when you go and visit it, you're not going to know it's the one. So you have to have that vision of what you're aiming for. How do you have a vision for your business? Well, they talk about mission statements and business plans, rather, not mission statements, but the business plan involves a mission statement. You have to have clear direction around those things, what it is you want to accomplish. And you get that by setting an intention. What's an intention? Well, all the successful people have very clear pictures of what it is they wish to accomplish. They know where they're heading, and they can describe to you in minute detail exactly what it is they want to accomplish, in such detail that even a 4-year-old gets the picture and can share it with others. So you have to be able to, isn't that weird, my hair is really annoying me, sorry about that. Yes, intention. Be very, very particular about what it is you want to achieve and accomplish, so that you can articulate it quite well to others, and they feel your passion and can get the idea of where you want to go. The successful people take action before they even know what they're doing. It's like, okay, this is what I want to accomplish, I better go do, they just do it. They don't really think it through and plan out what could go wrong, and if this goes wrong, what will I do to save my ass? It's more like, let's do this and we'll course correct along the way. Like when rockets are shot into space, they're not actually on path to wherever it is they're heading. They course correct as they go. So you have to be like that. You have to be flexible enough to recognize if you're off track and course correct. So if you are wondering, how to do something, think of the rocket, like this is a rocket here, my little example of a rocket, and remember that it course correct as you go. You don't have to get it right first time. You can always twist and turn and take another turn. It's like wandering around in a maze. When you hit a dead end, you turn around and you go back the other way and you course correct, and you know not to go down that path again. So to take your business to the next level, you need to be prepared to take action and be prepared to course correct along the way, but also to have a very clear intention. And having that intention also helps you avoid burnout, because you know what you're doing, you know where you're going, it motivates you, and it helps you stay positive as well. There's no right action to take your business to the next level. It's just whatever works for you and where you're at the right time. Okay. So just some information I'd like to share with you also is I've read and heard several times recently too that if you take your 5 best friends and the people you hang out with the most, and you add up their wage and average it out, that will be the level of your income that you will be not restricted to, but that you will be inspired to earn, because you all have the same mindset as to where you what you can accomplish. So look at your 5 best friends, see how much they're earning, or 4 best friends, count yourself in there as well. Average it out, and that will be how far you will develop. Scary, isn't it? Because I sat and looked at my friends, and I love my friends, but the income levels that they're on is not the income level that I particularly want to spend the rest of my life on. So I've then had to look at ways of growing my network of friends and developing myself to move above that network, that level, which then means looking at your beliefs around wealth and whether you deserve it, and what is holding you back. Do you want success? Because with success, what will you lose? Okay, so at some point there's a trade. There's always a trade. It doesn't necessarily mean you lose it, but things shift and change. So, and this thing, I can't afford it. I often hear people say, I can't afford it. And these are people that are wealthy. I know people who are wealthy who often say they can't afford it. And it's bad terminology, basically. It's not that they can't afford it. It's that they choose not to spend their money on that. So look at your wording of things. When you say you can't afford it, can you truly not afford it? Or are you choosing not to spend your money on that? Because realistically, even when we're broke, We can still afford to party, buy cigarettes, buy alcohol, take that holiday maybe, whatever it is, if you can afford it, if you truly want to afford it. So eliminate the word can't from your vocabulary. My partner is a quadriplegic, and he once told me can't means can but don't want to. So it's an attitude thing, and successful people have an attitude of I will be successful regardless, I will accomplish my goal regardless. So they speak as if it's already happened. It's because they believe it will happen. So I speak of, attending conference in Salt Lake City in June because I believe that will happen, because I know I will make it happen. When you're an employee, you are restricted to the idea that you can only work 40 hours a week, even though we all work more than that, and you can only earn that wage. You're not thinking outside the box and thinking you can just go and create more income, which is what an entrepreneur does. It's like, okay, I need to make $4,000 by the end of this week. What can I do? I create this product and I'll promote it. I'll find some, a problem that needs solving, and I can create a product and promote it. So entrepreneurs are looking for ways to make money. Employees are limiting themselves by just thinking that they have to trade their time for an hourly rate. Does that make sense? Okay, so act on your outcome before you know how to do it. Before you know how to do it, act. Take action on what you want to accomplish. Set a clear goal and keep at it no matter what. No matter what, just do it. So each time you hit a brick wall, keep going. Go around, over, under, keep going. Just act on what it is that you want to accomplish. And be aware of what tactics you use to distract yourself or procrastinate or avoid doing the action that you want to do. And this is why if you have a clear intention of what you want to accomplish, then it is very easy to follow through. Okay? Set some time aside every day to do what you have to do to create your success. There's a book called Eat That Frog. I can't remember the author, but basically it's about doing the thing that you don't like first. Eat the frog, get it out of the way, and then celebrate for the rest of the day. Tap into your company training and the events. The events are the biggest thing, and community. Get that community around you, people who think like you and who want to accomplish the dream, a similar dream to you maybe. Because having positivity around you, or people who believe like you believe, is what can motivate you as well. We have to switch from being in a negative world, perhaps of people who think that you're crazy because you're doing something that's out of the norm. And it's very easy for you to start to believe, oh, this isn't going to work. But when you're with people who have accomplished it, who are accomplishing it, and who believe it can be accomplished, then you know that you're in the right place, and that keeps you motivated as well. Okay. A lot of people don't want to act now until they actually know what to do, and they don't want to trust themselves. So you have to believe that you can do what it is you want to believe. And that's why hanging around community and getting that positive reinforcement all the time is a must. It's just a non-negotiable. Positive reinforcement all the time has to happen. Whether that's from videos or connecting with a mentor or whatever it is, getting together with your team, whatever it is, find a way to get positive reinforcement. And let me see, you can't steer a ship when it's not moving. So you have to talk about the action that you want to take, and it'll get easier once the focus in that will get easier and come quicker when you talk to people about what you want to do, and you're always including a call to action. Do you want to do this? Hey, buy my product, by the way. Get involved in my company. There's always got to be a call to action involved in everything that you do. Like, do you want to become a customer of mine? Seriously, would you like to become a customer of mine? And I can help you connect better and express yourself with your downline and your customers. So I'm seriously asking you, do you want to become a customer of mine? Connect with me so that you can. Okay, so let's set an intention. You have to set an income level that you want, and don't make it something that you think you can get. Make it something that's so big that it motivates you and inspires you. This is how you set an intention. So write this down, take some notes just at this particular part. Go back and listen to everything else I've said, take some notes, but this particular part, take some notes here. Set an intention of what you want to accomplish this year. or this month if you don't feel comfortable doing the year, and stretch it so that it makes you go all out, and but make it something you can commit to. So like, you know, if you're thinking 4,000 just to cover your income for the year, for the month, make it 5. Stretch it that little bit more so that it's something you want to do. Write it down. Tell someone else about it, because this makes it more real. And when you tell someone, it's harder to say when they come back to you and say, so did you make that money this? It's harder to say, oh no, I didn't do anything. You actually got accountable for it. Also write down why you want that amount. What does having that amount mean? How will that change your life? There has to be a purpose to accomplishing that amount. Otherwise you won't aim for it. So make the purpose, you know, it could be anything, like to quit work, to get your husband or fiance or partner to stop having to work, to pay off some bills, to take a holiday, to give to charity, to give to family. You know, what will drive you to create that amount of money? For me, it's something simple like employing a housekeeper. And I don't just mean a cleaner to come in once a week. I mean a housekeeper who's here all the time, because I hate housekeeping. And it's also more productive for me to be doing money-making activity rather than cleaning house. But anyway, that's a different story. So here we go. Write this down, how to set an intention. First, consider how you will know that you have accomplished the goal. What is the evidence that will be around? Now, if we're dreaming big here, it's about what evidence will there be? People will be calling you up and saying, hey, how do you do that? I want to do what you do. You know, there has to be bigger evidence than just when I open my computer up and log into my online banking, there's my $5,000. That you know, there's always going to be more than one sort of point of evidence, I guess. But be very clear on how you will know that you have accomplished the goal. All right. So, and also have that picture. I'm not just saying just think of it. Really create the picture in your mind. Remember a time when something was very good and you were very happy with yourself and very pleased. Can you feel that feeling? Now take that feeling and superimpose it on the picture of you accomplishing the goal that you have set for yourself, and really own that feeling and own that accomplishment. And that is that is part one of setting an intention, is to feel in the moment when, say, you met your first love and you were so excited and really passionate about that, and the adrenaline is pumping through you and your blood is flowing and your mind is alert and you're just feeling on top of the world. You've got this big smile on your face from ear to ear and it's just the most exciting thing in your life. And now envisage accomplishing the intention that you have set. This is how you will feel when you have achieved hiring that extra recruit or earning that amount of money for that month. This is like, I feel it and own it. Now, when you feel like that, also be very clear on how you will reward yourself. This is something we don't do. We seem to think we have to slog away and work very hard and not acknowledge our success and our accomplishment. You need to do this. Set yourself a reward, a goal, something to celebrate with, and make it something for you. Don't make it, you know, for everyone. It's your goal. You've achieved this. And every time you hit a goal, every time you hit a goal, celebrate. And do something that you want to do. Make it exciting enough that it motivates you to take action to accomplish it. So make the reward exciting enough that you will be motivated to accomplish it. So it could be like getting your hair done every month, or getting your nails done, or going for a massage, or just spending the day at the beach. It doesn't have to be anything expensive, but make the reward something that you will be excited enough to, take action to accomplish it. All right. So far you've set the intention, you know what it is you're aiming for, you know how you're going to feel when you achieve that, and you know what reward you're giving yourself that, because obviously you're going to have the funds to do that. You've achieved your goal. Okay, so when you do this, also consider what is the environment around you like. Where will you be when you look at that evidence? Are you going to be in your home office? Are you going to be in the bank? Are you just checking your phone? Wherever it is, be very clear on, picture this, about where you will be and what's happening around you. This is really important, and you need to know this, because the reason you are doing this is so that it is embedded in your subconscious mind, and so you recognize it when it happens. So the idea is working with your subconscious mind. We're not working with reality, we're working with your subconscious mind. So how will you feel when you achieve this evidence? Where will you be sitting, and what will be going on for you? Will it be a rainy day? Will it be a sunny day? Will there be a lot of people around? Will you be by yourself? Will you have just got out of bed, or will it be the middle of the day? Be very clear on how you're going to be feeling when you click, click on the button that logs you into your bank account, and you open it up and the breeze just waffles through your hair as the cat meows and you see $5,000 just appear in your account from nowhere. So be very clear. And I know it's crazy, but it works. And this is what successful people do. They are very clear on the outcome that they wish to achieve. Okay, so if you don't set an intention and you don't know where you're going, you won't go anywhere. This year will be no different to last year. And if you're contemplating the past year, and it may or may not have turned out how you've wanted it to, and you may be feeling very happy with what's transpired in the past year, or you may be feeling like, nothing's going to change again. This is the solution, is to set an intention as to what you want to achieve. Hang out with the people of like minds who can motivate and inspire you, and who get what you want, and who aren't going to bag you out if you don't achieve it, because actually you will achieve it. It's just really simple. You will. Staying positive is an ongoing job. Personal development is an ongoing job. This whole path of working in your own business is going to push you out of your comfort zone. And in order to be successful, you have to be willing to be pushed out of your comfort zone. But you have to picture what it's going to be like to be out of your comfort zone, so that it's not out of your comfort zone. Is that making sense? So if you're dreaming about being successful and standing on stage and sharing your knowledge with other people, if you're constantly envisaging that, when it actually happens, it's not out of your comfort zone. If you're standing in your party and you're envisaging everyone in the party saying, yes, I'll have a party, well, it's not going to be out of your comfort zone when they do that, and you're going to be working towards accomplishing that. So in summing up, I have, one other thing, yes, no one's asked me about my earrings. Obviously you can't, it's a video, but if you were here, no one would ask me, because several times I go out and I've done this and no one has asked me about my earrings. People just, and there's a reason I've worn 2 different earrings. It's not because I'm crazy, it's an actual experiment I'm doing. Alrighty? And you would be surprised how many people notice but don't say anything. People don't express themselves. People aren't game to embarrass themselves because they're just thinking, I'm the odd one out here. I don't get what she's doing. So my point I'm making here is, you have to ask people, because people will not say to you, hey, I want to do this. You have to ask. There's been a study done that says most people have joined a party plan or network marketing business simply because they've been asked. It really has nothing to do with passion. It's just that someone's asked them, hey, do you want to earn an extra $200 a month, extra $6,000 a month? Come join me. So ask. So this is what this is. People don't like to step out of their comfort zones and embarrass themselves by saying, hey, why are you doing that? So it's about expressing yourself. Also, it is about expressing yourself. For me, this is where I'm at. I'm a free spirit, and I'm, kind of open to everything, a bit of a hippie style, just free, really. And what I'm aiming for is still freedom, but of a different kind. It's kind of like the richer kind, the diamond kind. But I want to balance the two, and you have to learn to balance who you are with who you want to be, and keep focused towards that, and don't lose touch with yourself. So, again, my point here is with the different earrings is to make sure that people speak up. Ask. If you see something weird, ask a question. If you don't know, ask a question. If you want to hire new recruits, ask the question. Do you want to work with me? Come and talk to me about how to do that. Ask the question.